All right, ladies and gentlemen, I feel good today. And if you're in crypto and Bitcoin, you should feel very good today. When I woke up and started briefing for this show today, there was a lot of reasons why smiles would be put on my face. And when we go through the show today, hopefully you leave feeling a lot better about your position in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. The tides are shifting, ladies and gentlemen. You've got people like Elon Musk and Mark Cuban going after Gary Gensler and the SEC, and most importantly, I mean that's something that we will talk about. Most importantly, the tides and the tone are shifting dramatically in the SEC versus the Bitcoin world of ETFs. And I'm going to show you a video that's going to blow your mind because we've never heard anything like this before. Since the Winklevoss twins have tried to make a Bitcoin ETF, it has been nothing but denies, betrayal, and bad words toward Bitcoin as a rat poison, as Warren Buffett put it. But today I'm going to show you why the tides are changing and why we should be extremely bullish right now. And guys, I'm going to try something new, right? I haven't been historically someone who's traded the markets very much, but I want to learn, right? And I am learning. And so what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you I'm using some AI tools to help me with charting. And so far it's worked out really, really good. So on all of my videos every day, I'm going to show you this AI technical analysis that we do, the technical indicators, and go into it quickly so you can see. And on my trade today that opened about an hour and a half ago, I'm already up 5%. So this is working really well so far. Let's go into it, guys. If you're excited, like the video, do me a favor. I'm bringing you free alpha here. And if you're not subscribed to the channel already, my name is Chasse. I've been in crypto for 12 years, bringing you all the alpha of everything I'm learning on a daily basis. I run crypto companies, a venture fund. I run a bunch of things, and yeah, really, really interested in how this narrative evolves so we can both maximize our opportunity here in the upcoming bull run. So let's get into it, guys. Let's go in and first look at my current positions right here. And you can see I'm already up 6.28% on this long that I opened about an hour and a half ago, guys. So you can see my entry price was 28,290, and right now we're sitting at 24,469. So how did I know how to do that? And guys, I will leave my Bybit affiliate link in the description below. If you're not using it already, go ahead and do it. This is now this is good because you're going to learn with me. I'm not going to take big risks here. I've got my stop losses set pretty tight. But so far today, this is good, right? If you're making 6% a day, annualize that over 365 days, that is one hell of a year. Now, we're not saying we're going to do that, but so far this is really good. Now, how did I know to make this trade, guys? How did I know to make this trade? So let's take a look at this technical analysis over here. And let me break it down for you real quick. So this is on the daily charts, Bitcoin versus USD technical analysis published. You can see 2 hours and 21 minutes ago. This is something that I did here. And let's quickly read this, right? So we have strong bullish indicators for technical analysis. 78% of the indicators that are covered by this AI are bullish, right, on the daily. So we can see that the price targets are 29,494. And you can see over here, I have my... you can see I've got my stops where did I put my stops? Let's see. Yeah, 28,050 is where my stop loss, and 29,400 is where I have my take profit. 29,400, and that's about 100 below what the targets are from this technical indicator here. But the analysis is all elements being clearly bullish. It would be possible for traders to trade only long positions at the time of the purchase. This was 2 hours ago on Bitcoin USDT. As long as the price remains well above 27,233, the buyer's bullish objective is to set at 29,494. A bullish break in this resistance would boost bullish momentum. The buyers could then target the resistance located at 30,466. If there is any crossing, the next objective would be resistance located at 31,491. The technical indicators confirm the bullish opinion of the analysis in the very short term. However, be careful. Excessive bullish movements it is appropriate to continue watching any excessive bullish movements or scanner detections, which might lead to small bearish correction. So as you can see, I felt pretty confident putting this long out there. Already up 6%, guys, today, and so I will bring this to you on a daily basis. If that sounds good to you, if you guys like that, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below if you're excited to get these daily updates for technical analysis. All right, let's get into why I was smiling today, right? So Novogratz, remember Nova, and it was funny because Mike made so much money on Luna, Galaxy did. They were out before it all came crashing down. They invested. And so people were like, oh, Mike Novogratz got this Luna thing. What an idiot, blah, blah, blah. He said he didn't care because he made so much money on it that, he was all out by the time everything came crashing down. But anyway, remember I told you guys, that we are likely to have a Bitcoin ETF this year. We don't need to wait until these deadlines, right? I don't think that the SEC is going to wait until a deadline, right? It's going to happen on a random day, a random Monday, a random Thursday, or whatever. And like I said, guys, even before we had the fake Bitcoin ETF news, I told you it could happen any day. And remember that feeling in your stomach that you felt when you heard that the spot ETF and you saw the markets pump and you're like, I'm not positioned properly, right? This is why I make these videos daily, so we can show you what's going on and how the momentum is transitioning here. Let's listen to Gary, guys. Let's listen to Gary. Here we go. Here, this is gonna blow your mind. Blow your mind. Gary, shh. Okay, hold on. Here we go.
Appeal a court ruling from August in the Grayscale case. Grayscale, of course, trying to convert GBTC into a spot ETF. I know you can't comment on ongoing litigation, but should we still be considering that ongoing litigation given that lack of appeal at this point? And if not, what happens next?
Wait, didn't you just say that you knew I wasn't going to comment on the litigation? But let me just say...
But is it still ongoing since you didn't appeal?
We didn't appeal last Friday. I think that's accurate.
So you could still in the future in another form.
But what we have in front of us, just so that the viewing public understands, we have not one, but multiple, I think it's 8 or 10 filings that the staff and ultimately the commission is considering for what's called exchange traded products, for Bitcoin to be in a security. So the Bitcoin would be held, and then there would be something called an exchange-traded product, and that would trade on various stock exchanges. And those filings are in front of us. I can't prejudge any one of them, but there's 8 or 10 that we're looking at.
This is historic, ladies and gentlemen. This is like the tune that Gary Gensler is putting out in this video is absolutely mind-blowing. Like, if he was planning on denying these things, right, he wouldn't go into the detail and say, hey, just for all the public who I know is going to be listening to this, that he's talking to us, the Bitcoin and crypto community. Right? He wanted to let you guys know, and he wouldn't have taken the time to explain the fact that everything that he did explain there, and he went in to make sure he emphasized that Bitcoin is going to be put into a security, right? He didn't say that if this were to happen one day, that Bitcoin would be he said Bitcoin will be put into a security and ultimately traded on the exchanges in the fashion of a security, an exchange traded product or fund. Guys, this is, in my opinion, this is the best, most bullish thing that we will ever find out of Gary Gensler, right? There's no longer, that's completely different sentiment. I know, like, if in any other circumstance you go like, oh, that's just normal communication, but from everything else that we've had out of the SEC so far, this is a clear change in sentiment and tone. Very exciting, guys. Additionally, we have guys like billionaires like Elon Musk and Mark Cuban who are out there now trying to change the way the SEC operates. Because historically, guys, and I'm not going to read this whole article here, but the way that the SEC works right now is they have their own in-house everything. SEC uses their own in-house judges, right? And that's not fair, because if the SEC wants to do anything unilaterally, they can do it without having to go through like a Supreme Court with, Supreme Court judges. The SEC, believe it or not, guys, the way it works right now is they have their own in-house judges on things, which is completely centralized in a fashion that is unfair. Completely unfair. So, because Elon and Mark Cuban are fed up with the way the SEC handles things, they're calling for some sort of intervention here. Yeah, that's right. They're calling like an intervention, saying, guys, we have to change up the way the legal system works. This is completely not fair for our financial system. It is completely centralized, completely in the control of Gary Gensler, and we need a better way of doing things. So this is really good to see that that Musk is coming out with a way to hopefully change the way that things are done so we can get things done in a more efficient and fair manner. So, yeah, and Scott over here just agreeing with what I said earlier. And now what you can see too, I told you this was going to happen. I told you before this was going to happen, right? I told you that that first we saw ARK Invest come out, Cathie Woods, and she had the amendments, right? I told you about this in the video the other day, that she would have the amendments to the ETF application. And then we saw Invesco Galaxy change theirs. And now we have the third one, Fidelity. They're all making the same language changes, which again, if you haven't seen my video, the bullish sentiment here is that these are the final stages before something like this ETF is approved. These one-on-one discussions are happening with Gary Gensler or the SEC and the applicants, ARK, VanEck, Valkyrie, Fidelity, BlackRock. They have these one-on-one conversations and they say, okay, all right, we're finally going to stop putting up a wall. We know there's so much pressure on this. The court has ruled. The court has said what's happening. We can't fight this anymore. So in order for these to be approved, you need to add this language to your application. And this is the third one. And over the course of this week or early next week, I expect to see the rest of the applicants put the same language in. And probably once they're all uniformly put together, they will likely approve all these ETFs at once. This could happen in a matter of days or weeks, ladies and gentlemen, days or weeks. So ask yourself, if it happened right now when you're watching this video, are you properly positioned? Because we know there's going to be huge market pressure coming in. Now, Pentoshi says he thinks that, he says we have between 0 and 84 days left before the spot ETF is approved. He thinks we'll see $32,000 on the approval. I think we're going to see higher. I think we'll ship to at least $40,000. So if you're still on the sidelines with dry powder, are you comfortable watching the price of Bitcoin skyrocket, or are you positioned? Will you be happy if that happens? I do not think, and remember, I've always said this, the closer we get to November, the more confident I feel in the markets. That's the primary elections for the United States. If the Democrats want a chance of being reelected, they need to have strong markets. As I said right here in my tweet, guys, if you're not following me on X, make sure you do that at Kyle_Chasse. It's far too risky to not be heavily exposed to Bitcoin right now. Gensler's tone has changed dramatically. Bitcoin Spot ETF coming soon. And we also had, here's another update. Invesco and Galaxy just filed their spot Ethereum ETF. Guys, we could have, what we don't know for sure, right? We know the SEC has said that Bitcoin is not a security, but even if they thought Ethereum was a security, it wouldn't matter. They could still put it in, as Gary just said, they will put these assets in a security that will be regulated by the SEC. So it's likely that we might see an Ethereum, which is an even better upside position for Ethereum to skyrocket as well, because Ethereum has been performing poorly in relation to Bitcoin. So if this Ethereum ETF is approved as well, and I don't know, it would be interesting, right? What if Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs were all approved in the same day? Crazy day for the market, right? And then you'd see a difference. You would see some of the value flow come in between Bitcoin and Ethereum versus right now. If the Bitcoin spot, it's going to be Bitcoin solely that pumps like crazy. Just like on the fake news, Bitcoin pumped 10%, Ethereum laid flat, right? So guys, in my previous video, I'll tell you how I'm playing this, where my position is. I still have dry powder on the sideline from exiting 50% of my altcoin positions, waiting to see if we have a black swan. The war doesn't seem like it's expanding too much beyond borders. That of a world war, in my opinion, is becoming less possible. It just seems so crazy, right, guys? So crazy. But again, I am patient. I don't think that we're going to see alts go crazy anytime in the next 12 days, which is the end of October, where I want to be all back into the market on alts. And you can see that, and like I was on stage yesterday at one of the conferences here in Dubai, talking about how Bitcoin has been the best performing asset of the year. No surprise there. It has pretty much been the best performing asset almost every year since its existence. And guys, you can see HILO. There's always, like I said, the best performing assets. This thing just keeps hitting all-time highs, all-time highs, all-time highs. I'm pretty sure this morning it smashed all-time highs. You have a little bit of a pullback right now, but it hit $32 million market cap. Remember, I brought this to you guys at 18 million. There's a lot of really bullish things in the works here for HILO. Let's look at the V4 updates coming. Exciting times lie ahead with V4. As we finesse V3, our team has diligently been shaping V4, preparing for our most substantial update to date with 50 plus new features, utilities, and social aspects. Our DApp is poised to reach unparalleled heights. The work we're undertaking in V4 is a culmination of 15 months effort, substantial 6-figure funding, a talented team of experts dedicated to the project. Gain exclusive insights into this exciting journey through the following article and stay tuned for comprehensive exploration of upcoming V4 white paper. So guys, they're continuing to innovate, strong project, strong revenue, strong fundamentals, one of a kind. And since I've been telling you guys about this many weeks ago, it's just been continuing to almost 2x since we first started talking about this, when everything else has been sideways, down, or flat. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up today. Let me know if you like this video. Leave me comments. Hope that you appreciated it. I'll catch you guys on the next one. See you later. Bye-bye.